Hey guys. All right. Just woke up. Anyway, so Boone in me that I'm getting access to in my brain spiritually found out about all this shit. Daniel Boone wrote Moonchild back in the wars and when he was a general. So when he died, he took that song in the spirit world and published it. Him and the priestess, whose name was different then, just so you know, published it. And it's a song in the spirit world. And they played in bars and shit. Daniel Boone and Priestess. From what I gather, Priestess was singing and Boone was playing guitar or something. Anyway, in England, in the spirit world. Okay, so that song then, from that time period, whenever that was, got transferred psychically, psychic transference, as Jesus Christ would call it, more or less, came to a bunch of hippies in this world. They wrote the song Moonchild, and you can watch the video about it, the band and everything. I got it here in the playlist from what I could figure out. Fucking whiskers. Anyway, so I'm thinking that's fucking cool. So why don't I make a doom song or songs uh, and Daniel Boone in me can give me lyrics for stuff he wants to write about. He can rip them to my head and I can write them out and make doom lyrics. Ain't nothing gonna happen, but it'll be cool to write a song of Daniel Boone from my soul into this world, write some songs, right? So I did that. I went to my mom's house to sleep because I can't sleep here because asshole next door. And I put my earplugs in, nice and quiet. I'm sleeping like a baby. And I asked Boone and me, my heart, my soul, dude, give me some lyrics for some Doom songs. Now he already knows what I want. So what I did was I laid down in bed, started falling asleep, really mellow, and I was focusing on asking him lyrics that he wanted to get out, and I fucking publish them or something. Anyway, I got my voice recorder so I could blah, 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 into the microphone. As it came to me, as it popped into my head, the voice or visions or whatever, I would then repeat it in the voice recorder. That's how I do it anyway. So I'm just laying there thinking about what lyrics he's going to give me. And I'm focusing on Boom. Okay. So I did that and I want to share because share screen, share the screen. Oh shit, where is that? Hold on. Hold on, guys. I can't get it up. The fuck do I want that for? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Jesus Christ, this is so confusing. Hope it's still running. Is this thing still running? Sorry for the problems. Okay, so I write down everything I get in my head or psychically for Boone. Anyway, this is what I got. Okay, this is Moonchild. I wrote the lyrics down because it's always floating around my head. I wanted to figure it out. So I wrote down Daniel Boone lyrics, and then laying in my mom's bed, this is what Daniel Boone told me. Not told me. He wrote some lyrics down. He gave me some words. Anyway, now go on down to the big bald head and falsify your claims. Right? That's what popped into my head. Falsify your claims. So I wrote that down, and I'm thinking about it. And the whole meaning was people that were stealing my land that I claimed, they went to the judge or magistrate or some governor or whoever it was, the guy with the big bald head, and lied their asses off to get their land. See, I, as Daniel Boone, claimed the land. And then later on, all these other people came and claimed over top of it or alongside of it and screwed it all up. And they lied. And that's what that means. Then I went back to sleep. I got, I know you roll money. I know you roll the money. Now, that's not pertaining to me. That's pertaining to someone else. I know you roll money. From the big bald head, I don't know. I have no idea. I know you roll money. I don't even know what rolling money means in my life right now. I have no idea. But to me, it pertains to from the feeling I got from Boone was the people or the governor or the politicians or the bankers, one of them groups were rolling the money. What that means, I have no fucking idea. I'm not a banker. I just don't get it. I have to look it up, but I don't get it. Then I got from Boone in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. What the hell's wrong with this dog? And I thought it was funny. Then I built America's first guidelines. I built America's first guidelines. So I stop share. Hold on. So I sat on that a couple days. Finally, I decided I'm gonna Google it, find out what the hell that means. Guidelines, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm Canadian. Guidelines. So I gotta share the screen here. I Googled it, and this is what I got. Okay, look in the search here. Look in the search. Boom built America's first guidelines. That's what I searched. And this is what came up. The Boone and Crockett Club, founded in 1887 by Theodore Roosevelt, established the first guidelines for American wildlife conservation, fair chase hunting ethics, and scientific wildlife management. These principles, known as North America's model of wildlife conservation, established public ownership of wildlife, hunting ethics, and established diverse game laws. Awesome. So I did a little more research at the Boone and Crockett Club. And by the way, Boone and Crockett are friends. They never met in real life, but we know each other now. Jesus Christ came to me one day and said, Rich, you got a letter here. I go, I do? And he goes, yeah. I go, who's it from? He goes, Davy Crockett. I go, get the fuck out of here. I never knew him. Like I don't know Davy Crockett. I never knew he was associated with Boone. And he goes, nope, it's written to you, Daniel Boone. You're Daniel Boone, so it's written to you. I'm like, holy shit. I go, I asked him, I said, well, you gonna read it to me? And I go, wait a minute, don't read it to me. And he goes, why? Because I can barely hear you and I'll never get it anyway. So just keep it on file. And he goes, it'll be here when you get here. That's what Jesus said. Jesus Christ said, it'll be here when you get here. I'm like, cool. Anyway, if they opened it, if my soul knows about it, that's cool. I don't hear in my head. So I went on to the Boone and Crockett Club to find out what that was about. And turns out the Boone and Crockett Club, established in 1887 by Theodore Roosevelt and George Bird Grinnell, the Boone and Crockett Club was founded by hunters who dedicated their lives to the conservation of wildlife as the turn of the 20th century approached our nation. These men had to make a choice: stand by and watch our cherished wildlife disappear, or work for the protection and propagation of wildlife resources. Thankfully, they rose to the challenge and later. So basically, what there was they created the laws so you can't kill everything into extinction. And I'll post this. It's got a video here, a YouTube video, Boone and Crockett Club, and it's I'll post I'll post this to the video. Anyway, in the description. Anyway, what's that all about? So I was a hunter. I hunted. Crockett hunted. We were both hunters. We're both frontiersmen. So we're out there killing everything to survive. When more and more people came, more and more animals disappeared in the areas we lived. Okay. By the time after I died, Plains buffalo went extinct. Passenger pigeon went extinct. Goddamn, there was less than 50 fucking Canada goose left. Or less, Canada goose. The big ones that shit all over the place, they almost went extinct. Yeah, oh yeah. Goddamn. So, without the Boone and Crockett Club making laws for people to stop killing everything, more or less, oh, well, good. Stop killing everything into extinction, the world will be looking totally different. Man, let me tell you, there would be nothing left. Nothing. We and bird conservation for me now is off the charts. When I see bombs dropping in the fucking what are them word in the wars, when a bomb blows up a building, I think about the pigeons that live in the building. I think about the bats that live in the building. Yeah, that's what I think about. Like what they did with Palestine. Like, I think of the people too, and I feel sorry for them, and I fucking hate it off the charts. But I also think about the birds, the pigeons, the geese, the bats. Bats are very important. You won't believe it. That's what I think about. And I'm thinking, am I wrong in thinking that? It goes right back to Boone, because Boone fucking saw animals go extinct. Passenger pigeons, the buffalo. And he saw it. He knew it. And Davy Crockett did too. He saw, he saw it. They saw it. And thank God, somehow, some way, I like to find out. I got to read about this shit, about the history of it. How Daniel Boone and Crockett's guidelines were enacted to make the club, the Roosevelt Club or whatever it's called, or you know, and I like to know the interaction between them to establish the club that made the laws to protect the species, to protect the ecosystem. Anyway, that all came from my fucking noodle. I didn't know any of this shit yesterday until that word popped out of my fucking head. I established America's first guidelines. I Googled it and that came up. You're welcome. Anyway, I just want to say that for Daniel Boone, what he done helped out in conserving nature best he could. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna continue on getting stuff out of my head, visions and stuff. And I got a lot. I got stuff on, the movie, Daniel Boone movie, shows, series, Cincinnatus. Well, I got a lot to say about him, but there was no Cincinnatus in real life. Cincinnatus was just a character in the movie. There was no Cincinnatus in real life. That was made up for the movie. But Boonesboro did have a market where we traded for food and stuff and guns and bullets and shit like that. We did have it there. Then me asking Jesus about Cincinnatus led to his name wasn't Cincinnatus, but you're friends with him. So I got a lot to say about that, which I'm going to make in the next video. Then I got stuff on, what was her name? What was her name? My daughter, the one I went, she got she got taken by the Indians, and I went and got her back. I can never remember their names. Jesus Christ, I just thought of it before I made this video. Anyway, her, um, Jemima. Jesus Christ, Jemima. I got a lot on her. Not a lot, but and other stuff I can't remember right now. But anyway, I'm pressed for time, guys. I gotta go feed my mom, buy her groceries. So I gotta go. Anyway, I don't know when I'm gonna post this video, but I will soon enough. So meditate, focus on, you can meditate, focus on the personality that you're feeling and get answers. Watch my past videos about past lives and meditation. There's a playlist of meditation videos that I've learned, and that's how I do it. And you can do it, man. Pretty cool. I got a lot. I got a lot more coming, and there's more lyrics coming. I don't think they're lyrics; they're just expressions, or like the big bald head. Just, I think that's cool. I want to expand on that, but nothing yet. All right, guys, I'm going through a lot of other shit with the fucking loogies in my brain. There's a whole thing with Christ I've been working with to try to get her out, and it's great. It's pretty cool. I'll make the video for it as soon as I can. It's just I can't record a video here when assholes running the air conditioner because it rattles my fucking brain, and all I want to do is kill. And that's no way to make a video. And I'm very stressed out about it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, later.